Hey, how's it going, everybody? Sarasota Tim. Good morning to everybody. You 111,615. The subscribers are growing. Beautiful souls out there. Hey, we're here in the camper here at the campground in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. And it looks like inclement weather for the next 3 days. Hopefully it won't be a deluge. But what does it mean? It means good. That the low temperatures are coming for fireside chat if it's not raining. The fall leaves are going to start turning. It's starting to happen. I don't know how they figure out the time of the season, even to the hour, but we've got 3 days of some different temperature changes. A high of 82 here in Pigeon Forge. Of course, in the mountains, it's always cooler, and that's where the leaves and stuff, eventually it'll be in here too, around the lower area, of which is 1,000 feet above sea level. Gatlinburg, Cherokee, 2,500 feet above sea level. Let's make some coffee. And I did buy bacon yesterday. I was thinking about going outside and getting the Suburban griddle out and hooking it on the side. All these things I want to do outside are, now it might rain. I need to be, it's 8:15. Let's get the coffee going. It's 8:15. I haven't even made breakfast yet. I wanted to make it. I need to get to the hike. I'm worrying about it raining on me on the trail. So I thought I would 3 and 4. I take it and I run my finger across the scooper here. 4 of these. And I'll show you what I've done because I can't see. Eyesight's getting really poor. Thanks to Rafaela, this works awesome. I had some this morning, but I want some fresh. Got plenty of coffee in there, thanks to my people. So I've made a mark with a pen. I can see it. You may not be able to see it. I just took a pen and marked it right there. That's where the 8-cup marker is that I need to fill. That's how much water I need for 4 scoops. And crush it. Wait till you hear what I'm thinking about and what I'm OCD on this morning. You're not going to believe it. It's all got to do with yesterday. Yesterday, crush it. I saw an amazing Goldwing motorcycle at Deals Gap store at the Dragon. It only takes another little spit of the 3rd bottle. And I just can't get it out of my mind. Just to give you guys a little background. I've given you a lot of background. You guys all know I am a world famous motorcyclist and cross-country traveler. Let that brew up. I've had a 1,500 Goldwing. I had a 1,800 Goldwing. And then I had 2 big touring Harleys. And the wing, the 1800, the GL 1800, I think might have been an 8. Oh, anyway, a 16? No. Yeah, this is an earlier model. There's 6 generations of Goldwing motorcycles. We're in the 6th. Honda doesn't change those bikes for a decade or 15 years before they change anything. Well, the new body style, the 6th generation, I've got all this information now, like I know everything about an iPhone 17, is in 2018 till today, same bike. Today, 2025, marks 50 years since 1975, the Honda Goldwing has been in existence. The very first one, it just looked like a regular motorcycle. It wasn't until the next year or a few years later that they started adding the front fairing and the windshield and all of that. And they were a steel frame, then they went to aluminum, then they had very few issues. They're world renowned. But in 2025, the 50th anniversary, they only come in like 3 colors. I think silver, this two-tone gold, and a red that isn't as pretty, in my opinion. It's more of a plum than the red we saw in the 23 that was parked at the Deals Gap Tail of the Dragon store. That bike, I can't get it out of my head. That's a 2023. I think it's called Crimson Red, with that black on the motor, like on the valve covers. Well, anyway, these motorcycles are $30,000. Okay? They're $33,000, they're $28,000. They're $30,000. You got an airbag model, you got the 50th anniversary this year, and you've got a DCT, dual clutch transmission. The Goldwing, since the inception of the DCT, that model is a scooter. That's right. Go. No clutch, no shifting. Go. And then they have the regular model that they sell like very few of, that you have the clutch shift, old school shifting motorcycle. The DCT, I always want to say DTC, anyway, DCT, dual clutch transmission model, they sell 15 to every one of the regular old school models. It's $1,000 more, and when you're talking 30 grand, it's $800 or $1,000 more. It's really negligible. Every YouTube video, and I got up this morning at 4 o'clock because I went to bed last night watching them, and I've been watching them since 4 o'clock. It's 8:22. I just got a shower and everything. I've watched like 4 hours this morning of every video that's in existence of the Goldwing motorcycle. And there's a couple of guys. There's one guy in particular. He's like the godfather of Goldwings. He knows how to fix them and work on them and add things. And he has just built his channel solid about Goldwing. But everybody else says the same thing. Get it. Buy it today. Even AI, when I asked Sal, he said, they got one in Chattanooga, a 2023 red one like you want. Get it now. Don't blame me if it gets sold tomorrow morning. I went online, it was sold. Tap the brakes, everybody. Tap the brakes. I'm not going to go throw $30,000 down after just getting that much for my car on a motorcycle and have 2 vehicles again. But you can't believe a damn thing I say. After running the Gap yesterday, Tail of the Dragon for you novice, and even seeing a guy crash and watching those videos and thinking about my cross-country trips, 45 miles per gallon, packing it up, camping out, seeing the country, going and never coming back. It got my wheels a-turning. Talking to the guy that didn't want to be on camera because of his occupation. He's a pilot. I asked him first, and he said, yeah, if you don't mind, I'd like to redact my appearance because of his job. You know, some people are like that. They have a job, and they don't want, like, to give political views or whatever because their job watches their social media. Anywho, nobody would probably ever saw him. But he was a fantastic fellow. 63 years old. One of the nicest people I've met in a while. Just really hit it off with this guy. He is the one I talked about a couple of times already. He parks his bike, flies home for free. He's got this thing, you know, being a pilot and all that. And stores it, I guess, wherever he finds a place. And goes and sees the dog. Chills for a while. Flies back, gets on his bike, and continues to circle this country. Solo. On an adventure bike. He doesn't have a Goldwing. But he was a real inspiration to me. He lost his wife. He lost a few friends. That bike he had, I told the story, His friend owned it. I guess he passed away. The dad finally sold it to him 3 years later. At first, it was very sentimental and everything. And he said, I think I'm ready to sell it now. And he sold it to him because he knew his son and yada, yada, yada. And I met a few other people. And just looking at the twisty roads and driving them in the cement truck out there, which I love that truck now. Just being up here, not very far from Florida either. You don't trailer a Goldwing, by the way. So I would never buy a trailer like a lot of the guys do with the sport bikes that go to the Dragon. They trailer them up because you can't ride those things leaning over like that, for 500 miles or a day or two, or go across country with one of them. No, that's strictly a particular carving racing type bike. And people love it. They would never get a Goldwing. They're like, I'm not old enough for a Goldwing yet. But I watched a lot of videos and read a lot of comments where a lot of people are abandoning Harley Davidson and getting themselves a Goldwing. In fact, Harley Davidson's demographic is aging, and a lot of them are moving to the Goldwing. And this is going to be controversial, but I heard it on the video that there's speculation that Harley may not stay in business. First of all, the price is crazy high too. But anyway, let's get back to the Goldwing. I made a video a few years ago where I almost bought one, and the guy didn't come down the price. It was a red one too. I just was in love with it. And there was a particular reason I didn't buy it, and I had all these people watching it, leaving these comments. Motorcycles can be very controversial. Just like when I got into the oil change of the transmission fluid on the Tundra. Well, I went to 3 dealers, and they said, we won't do it because it doesn't require it. Still get comments every day that, you don't know what you're talking about, hogwash, you can change it, this and that. I don't argue with them. I just say, I got a Super Duty now. Trade it at. So, I could have finished this off, couldn't I? I'm going to drink some fresh. We'll add the new to this. So anyway, watching all these videos and really thinking about it. Especially the fact that you can get a 2025 or you can get a 2018 and get the same bike. The differences have just been colors and, oh, that's got to, talking about color. That coffee had beautiful color. And look at this color with that cream. I really put it in there this morning. Let's give it a try. Oh, that's slurpable. Man, that fresh. I read one of your comments where day old coffee? Never. There is a difference, but you got to be tough. But I'm going to tell you right now, folks, that's the best cup of coffee I've ever drank in my life. Man, that's good coffee. Mackey's, baby. McAfee. Got plenty of it. Listen, shout out to Mr. Vince. Mr. Vince made a support donation to buy me a coffee. Speaking of coffee, last night late. I thanked him this morning, and it was a very generous support that he made to help out with the journey. He knows that the Super Crusher out there does pour on gas, so he basically bought a tank. And to Mr. Vince, here's to you, my friend. Thank you for your generosity. That's very nice of you. Another flying insect in here. So the motorcycle, I was saying I would never get a trailer and tow it where people do, trailer it. People do that with, sport bikes, adventure bikes, smaller bikes. But you don't tow a Harley, trailer a Harley. Plus they're so darn big. What kind of trailer would you have to buy? But, Tony's got that trike, my neighbor, across the way there in Bradenton. And I lied. See, I lie. Who doesn't? I forgot. I knew there was a third one. I bought a 2012 red Goldwing, and it was how old was it? I bought it in 17, maybe. It was about 5 years old. Had like 2,000, 3,000, 8,000, whatever, nothing. Didn't even have 10,000 miles on it. From a guy over in Delray Beach, Florida. I was over there visiting once, living in Lakewood Ranch. Bought it, sold it 30 days later. Someone didn't like it, was afraid of it, didn't want to ride on the back. So I said, well, you know, I bought this to enjoy with two of us, and she didn't like it. I bought this. She didn't like it. So there was one she liked, but I didn't like it. That was in the beginning. So anyway, what's nice about doing what you want to do, she feels the same way now. She can do whatever she wants to do, and she does. But that's the way I'm rolling. And if I want a motorcycle, I'll get a motorcycle. And the problem with it is, it's like the iPhone. If the iPhone was sitting at the store the other day at the T-Mobile place I went to, I'd probably own it. But you can't get them. The Goldwing that I kind of liked, I actually inquired about it because Chattanooga is not very far from here, and it's not available. It's sold. There's also, I learned, in Knoxville, no, Chattanooga, same place. He's the largest in America of Goldwing sales, you know, because geographically, Chattanooga is within a short drive to all the wonderful motorcycle riding areas, all these twisty roads and stuff. See, motorcycling isn't about riding down in Bradenton. It's not about riding up down 75 or Tamiami Trail. That isn't motorcycling, especially motorcycling on the surface of the sun. Those are very hot bikes too. So unless I was up here, and unless it was the time of year, not freezing and not boiling hot, there would be this much of a window of the whole year that I could literally enjoy the bike. You read about it all the time where people have motorcycles that live in the north. And when I used to have mine, I'd read these forums and they were like, oh, I can't wait to take the antifreeze out of mine. I've got it all, winterized, and next month, be able to ride it, because it's freezing and snow, ice on the ground. You know how it gets. Those places somewhere up there in the north that I've never been. And so it's a seasonal thing, like boating. So to spend a lot of money for something that you'd be like, hey, I did this 4 times already. How many times are you going to do it? And I went through all the tough times. I rode through the cold. I rode through the rain. I rode through plenty of heat. And it does take the fun out of it. But if I had one today, boy, I'll tell you, what a perfect time of the year. I won't keep harping on the darn Goldwing. I've been talking now for 15, 18 minutes. We got to go outside. We got to go hike a trail. Here's what I'm thinking about doing. I go hike the trail today. I might get rained on, but I don't care. I got to hike a trail today. I got to use my pole. And we went to Chimney Tops, and I didn't go all the way to this ledge. It was my first hike, and I didn't want to kill myself. I wanted to be able to hike the next day. So I'm considering going back to Chimney Tops and going all the way. Because I just did the others, and I did go all the way, except not all the way. Like at Alum. That was amazing. The cave one. I just did it. And then the one that's over on the North Carolina side wasn't the one, it was nice, but it wasn't the one that I tried to describe that I did years ago. I wouldn't mind finding that one again. It's more of a flat one. But the other one here that I didn't go all the way out at Chimney Tops is right here. You know, when you go past Sugarland Entertainment Information Center, you just go up a ways up the mountain, and there it is. And I'm hoping that today, at this hour, it'll be another hour and a half before I probably get there by the time I get my act together, get a parking tag, that there'll be other people there even during the week, even though it might rain, to give me some sort of sense of security. I don't want to have to go out and spend $40 for a can of bear spray. I don't think I'm going to ever need it, and I just don't want to use it. I don't want to have to need it. So I got some other kind of defense that I'll be packing. That is such good coffee. Thanks to Rick and Connie and Police Don and Bob and Kathy. I'm all stocked up. And again, Vince, thank you so much for your generosity on the Buy Me a Coffee support. He says, it looks like you're having a good time up there. There's a little bit of gas money for you. And, you know, those are just, look, folks, I'm not a poor person, all right? Every YouTuber has a support link. And people that want a tip jar, they like the content, don't think that I got so much money that I can go tour all around the world forever. So every time that someone buys me a coffee, or I can spend it on somebody else, or I can put a few gallons of gas in my truck, or I can buy groceries, or the money goes somewhere to help pay for my camping costs. For the cause, support is needed. Social Security, it's great, it's free, it comes in, but guess what? I have to support it. I have to, what's the word? To supplement. I have to supplement it. And so your supplemental gifts, even if it's just using my Amazon link where I get a commission from Jeff Bezos, every month it gets deposited in my bank account, all goes out to the cause. So just saying. And everybody has one. So let's get going, man. I got my long-legged pants on today. Let me show you guys how I'm dressed. Now, I'll have to put on, of course, my cleats if I'm going to go out, you know, hiking. But they're in the truck. I keep them in the truck with my, I got these gray shoes on. These are the On Clouds. High dollar. But I will switch over to my hiking boots. But I'm hoping I'm not going to be too warm in pants. I was thinking in case it rained or, you know, the bear's teeth and claws might not hurt as bad if he hits my leg versus skin. Don't be talking like that. Man, am I hopped up. Well, let's just, you know, see what it looks like outside. Let me put you on another stick here. I got a few sticks. I'm not even going to stop recording. Look at that. Let's go outside. Oh, I got a new neighbor with a fifth wheel. No, it's muggy out here. Oh, I got another new neighbor. So this guy's new right here. And you guys remember the Rockwood right there. But I got a Cedar Creek Silverback edition. I thought I heard some noises last night. Doors closing, hatches closing. Let's take out the hack light fuse and turn off the V light. I turned off my awning light already this morning, but I haven't been outside yet. And then let's go down here and yank her out. Somebody asked me about this in comments one day. It came from the factory. Nice little thing there. So let's walk around here. Oh, it's a big, tall fifth wheel. I was thinking that, you know, would my truck pull, you know, or would I need the diesel and the 1 ton? Would that pull a big fifth wheel like that? Look at all these Class A's around here. Hey, the leaves are starting to change color. I see it. These people over here are still here. So I'm noticing that what I said the other day, a lot of people are staying more than a day or two or three. You know, they're not here paying $60, $70, $80 a night to just pack up their sewer hose the next morning and bail. It's cost you more money to stay, but like I said, you're not buying that gas and you're getting available, you know, around to do stuff. And this is Pigeon Forge. There's so much to do out there, and the mountains, you can definitely, you know, do things that don't cost money too. You don't have to go golf. You don't have to go ride the rides. You can just sit around. They got free entertainment here at night. Nightly they've been doing. I don't think they did it last night. And they'll do it again this weekend. This place is packed. I mean, these two spaces right next to me here. See, those are pull-throughs over there. So that's why they get glommed up. These are back ends. And for whatever reason, you know, small campers like I am, that's the advantage of having a little girl like that is, you know, I don't have to worry about, oh, we don't have anything, we can't accommodate you in your big Prevost. But yeah, that guy, if he needs a space, he just buys the land. He don't care. But anyway, there's my rig, there's my setup, looking good. And we need to get out of here. We definitely need to get out of here. We need to get this one uploaded, get going. I'm still feeling like, man, do I need to wear these pants? But of course, when I get in the mountains, it'll be a little cooler, and I'll get my boots on and get my pole out, and we'll make a video and get that exercise going. I'm the 193 man. I did weigh 192 point something this morning, but let's just average it up. I mean, it's 193. All right, let's tidy up in here, turn off the coffee maker, get in the truck, and crush it.